After an eventful and fun-filled week at Membernup, we made our way to Lucky Bay, one of the most popular beaches in Australia. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and let's uncover more gems together.
Whispers in my head, what you gonna do? So take it, kid, oh yeah. When chicken in your head, 식전에도 진실한 나만 내 believes.
So we eventually got into the campground. There was a bit of a hassle getting in. You have to have your booking stuff sorted and ready to go, basically. We had to pull over and old love wouldn't let us in and we couldn't find our booking and oh my goodness. It's just like, just link it to your rego, people. It's 2024. Now we've caught up with our friends. We're going to go head down to the beach. I think this was voted in like the top 10 beaches of the world.
Yeah, so the short of it is make sure you got your booking to get through the gate to get into the national park, as in your campsite booking. You need to be able to show that before they'll let you through the boom gate, which we didn't realise. Yeah, and it took a bit to dig out because we booked here a while ago, which you will have to do if you're coming to Lucky Bay because it is extremely popular. It books out very early. I think we booked it about 5-6 months ago. And there was even limited spots back then. So you don't book a specific site, you just book the campground. And then it's first in, best dressed when you get here, which also made it a bit more stressful coming in this morning because we wanted to get a good spot and we'd sort of left camp early this morning to get a good spot and then we got held up. But anyway, it's just part of travel. You just gotta, it took me a little while to calm myself back down and a few deep breaths, but we just met up with, Peter and Tanya, friends of ours, patrons of ours, and they've also got their own YouTube channel. Absolute legends. Go and check out their channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. You go watch some of their videos. Just the most beautiful people and really awesome to be able to catch up with them. We haven't seen them since the Pioneer Party over east quite a few months ago. So we're going to hang out here with them for the whole week, and some other YouTubers, Alan and Jess from Explore Oz, are going to be meeting up with us as well. And of course, our mates Mel and Pete, who we've been travelling with for the last week. They were with us at you're not dying, James? They were with us at Membernup Beach the last few days, and we're going to be seeing a fair bit of them this year. If you've watched our videos before, you would have seen them do Gari with us, Fraser Island, which they unfortunately, their car did not survive that trip. If you haven't seen that, go and watch that one. A few lessons to be learned in there. And also in one of our very first episodes, they did the Flinders Ranges with us. Almost 3 years ago. Good mates of ours, Mel and Pete, absolute legends. But you'll see a few of them floating around in the background and the foreground of some of our videos. I think that sums it up. Let's go for a swim. G'day Peter, g'day Tanya.
Hi, fancy seeing you guys here.
Yeah. Do you want to go all the way up around the back?
I think so. We'll go for an explore, see what we find.
All right, do you want to go first?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sure.
We'll see you there.
That was a mistake.
How good is this, eh? Paradise. It is, as you can probably tell by the number of cars going past, it's a popular spot, but
It's a big beach.
it is, and you can see why it's popular. I came here 20 years ago. No, I didn't. 19 and a half years ago. It was very different scenes back then. We had the place to ourselves.
A lot of YouTubers spoiling it for everyone.
Yeah, too many content creators these days.
Yeah. Got old mate here with his drone, don't run over him.
Yeah.
What steals the show at Lucky Bay has to be the unimaginably blue, crystal clear water and the squeaky white sand. The shallow bays of Cape Le Grand National Park, lined with pure white sand, are postcard perfect when the weather's favourable. But don't expect those conditions too often. After all, this is WA and it's windy often. When you do get a good weather window, make sure you make the most of it. We say it a lot, but being able to park your car on the beach and enjoy afternoons like this one is one of our favourite things about touring in Western Australia.
How was it?
Oh, it's not any warmer than Membernup. It is such cold water here, but it's nice to get in for a dip and freshen up, and then the most important part of a travel day, especially once you've set up camp, is crack a beer, and this is a pretty good spot to do it. Pretty happy with this. It's gonna be a good week. I think we're going to the brewery tomorrow too.
Ready?
0.
All right, you're roll, James.
All right, how'd you go, Pete?
I went absolutely smashing. My score, 0. How about that? The son is beating me so much. He's got 20 and I've got 0.
Did he make up the rules?
Yes.
We just had a little knock at the door. Tanya just came by and dropped us off a little morning treat. Have a look at this. The boys are very excited.
I want to see. What's under this?
Oh, the little turtle
pikelets.
For a second, I thought these were pork eggs.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow. And little jam and cream.
Huh?
Oh, it's maple syrup. Stop, James. Please slow down.
Can we have one? Can we have
Yeah,
one?
go on then. Whatever. Dip it in
Yeah.
How nice is Tanya,
there.
Harrison?
Oh, this is so good.
I think it is so
You know what? I
delicious.
thought it was Mel and Pete knocking on the door saying it was coffee time.
Yeah.
This is almost better.
I'd give it a 9.5.
9.5.
Huh? What's 10?
Bit of a wet morning this morning. We woke up to quite the rain squall, which we were expecting. So I think we're going to go into town today and do a bit of a restock, get do a heap of laundry, and yeah, get groceries and stuff, and then maybe talk of a brewery visit this afternoon, which I'm pretty keen on. But I was just, yeah, it's it's raining, so it's not even overcast. It's solidly cloudy, and yeah, we're still getting like 8, 9, 10 amps of solar generation in from our roof solar, which is pretty incredible. But it's a lot of people ask if our system's overkill, like if we've got too much solar, or not too much solar, but whether it's necessary to have this much solar. But what we learned from our first van was, one, you can't actually have too much solar, but the other one was that you want to specify your solar and your regeneration of your battery system for bad weather. Just about any system will do well in good weather when it's sunny in summer. It's more the winters and even the summer down south here in WA when the weather's not the best and you're getting multiple cloudy days or partly cloudy days, and then the sun comes out and you might only be getting a few hours of good solar regen a day. If you're like us and you don't want to carry a generator and you don't want to go for a drive towing your van all the time to charge it up, solar's really your best and only option. So yeah, it's while 7 or 8 amps when it's cloudy is not going to set the world on fire and break any records for battery charge, it's the difference between that and going backwards. You know, it's enough that it just keeps us on top of our sort of usage as far as the fridge and lights and things go. So yeah, it can make a massive difference, even though it's only a small amount of power. But then when the sun does peek its head out, you know, our solar will peak at 80 amps plus. You know, so we can, even if we only get 1 or 2 hours of solar a day of good solar when the sun comes out, we can make the most of it and get plenty of regen in. It still amazes me how well the regeneration works. I think yeah, we've nailed it as far as our usage requirements go. I mean, we'd still take more solar if we could fit it, but we did pretty well to get 1600 watts on a 19-foot van.
And then there's another one.
So you might have heard me say we're going to do laundry while we're going to town today, but we've got a dishwasher in the caravan, yes, but it doesn't do the laundry. We've got a washing machine in the caravan, so why are we doing it? A couple of reasons. Water's a bit hard to come by in this part of the world, and we can't really afford the 30-40 litres that it uses to do a load of washing without having to
do
go...
a 3 kilo load of washing.
Yeah.
It's about 40 litres for 3 kilos.
Yeah, so, and then we'd have to go restock on water. The other thing is, after spending a week on the beach at Membenup, everything needs washing. All the bedding, our bedding, kids' bedding, towels. There's just sand everywhere, which is, yeah, the cost of beachfront camping. But
yeah, it's just too much to really try and put through the caravan washing machine. So we don't do this often, or nowhere near as often as we used to before we had a washing machine. We definitely like having the washing machine for the keep it on top of it, I suppose.
Yeah, and the opportunistic washing where if you know you're going to fill up your water tanks and you've still got 50 litres on board, you can just chuck a load of washing in and then get it done.
Yeah.
You don't have to go into town. And then the other pro of it is that we used to go to caravan parks a little bit more frequently, stay on unpowered sites. So you'd pay, you know, $30 to $40 for an unpowered site and then spend $40 on the washing machine at the caravan park facilities. So it's definitely cheaper to have a washing machine.
Yep.
There is a weight penalty of having a washing machine. They do use a lot of water, but I guess the pro is you can be flexible and choose. So at the moment, it doesn't suit us to use water to or the power for running the washing machine at the moment with these cloudy conditions to run our washing machine. So we're going to go and use Esperance washing machine. So everything is going. We're taking all the sheets. I'm going through the drawers. I'm pretty much washing everything we own.
Yeah, I think the verdict for us on the washing machine is we did 2 years without one. We've done almost a year with one. It's handy, but not a must-have.
Yeah, it'd be the first thing to go if I was cutting weight.
Yep. We'd keep the dishwasher, though.
Oh, the dishwasher. We never... I love the dishwasher. It is so good. Even I actually did a load of hand washing while we were at the last place just to save water. But just to have the dishwasher as the dirty dishes cupboard. Oh, so good. So good.
And something else I'm going to show you guys is why we designed the back of our car the way we did, and something to think about if you're getting a vehicle ready to go travelling around Australia, that if you don't have a lot of flexible space or free space, when you're doing restock runs like we're going to do today, I'll show you why you need a lot of space. By the time we put everything in that we need to take into town and then everything we're going to bring back, you'll see why we did what we did. And I think it'll be a really good example of that.
Yeah, it'll all start to make sense.
So when we designed the back of the car, this was a big thing we had in mind, and something that we struggled with our Ranger was having enough space to be able to go into town with all our laundry, rubbish, everything like that on a restock day, and then fit groceries and all the laundry that's clean back in the car on their way back out. So what we designed with this was we didn't want to fill the back of the wagon up with drawers and storage systems that weren't easily removable. So that's why we went with these tubs, so that we can, on a day like today, I can just pull these 4 tubs out and leave them at camp, as well as the hibachi grill just comes out, and we've got this whole free space here to be able to put all that stuff in that we need to do when we go into town. Now, if we're just doing a smaller restock, we've made sure that the space here fitted a Woolies shopping bag. So a standard Woolies shopping bag will fit there, so when we do our shopping, if we don't have everything out, we can still fit 5 shopping bags across the back there. But a day like today with all the laundry and everything we're taking into town as well, definitely want to be able to have as much space as possible. It was a big reason for going the drawer fridge over a chest fridge, and it was a big reason for not doing a whole lot more drawer system.
What have you got?
I got 2 more prizes!
2 more prizes. What?
I
Oh.
got colouring in books and
Oh, planes.
the Royal Flying Doctor.
Oh, Royal Flying Doctor plane, that's cool.
That's so cute.
Who gave you that?
Peter and Tanya.
Oh, I hope you said thank you.
Yeah.
But the beauty of having the this Legend X shelf up the top and using these Legend X panels for the side dividers means I can leave our camera bag in here, our recovery gear all stays in here, all our other stuff that we keep up the top there, like our rain jackets and our Nike blankets and hammocks, all that sort of just stuff we like having in the car all the time, can just stay there and it doesn't affect the usability of this central space. And this big drawer has all my tools and spares in it, so I've got all that stuff with me all the time, which is what I want to have all the time. But this stuff here, which is more like our camp cooking gear and things like that, I can just take out really easily. So the other thing that stays in here permanently is the beach sand. That's a more recent addition, but it's a big reason we didn't want to do carpet in here, like a traditional drawer system that's carpeted, because trying to get that sand out is really, really difficult, whereas this is easy to just to sweep or vacuum out. But now that we've emptied that out, that's the gear that we don't use as often when we're traveling with the van. All the gear in those boxes, apart from the hibachi grill, is more of our sort of camp cooking gear for when we're going to use the vehicle away from the van. But we've still got access to all the critical gear we need. So first aid kit stays, the sunscreen stays, the bug spray stays, stubby holder's very important. Like I said, all the recovery gear, the camera gear, and it's all super accessible. And now we've got this
big open space so we can go pick up packages in from the post office, get laundry, all that sort of stuff really quickly and easily without having to do a major reshuffle of all our gear. The concept we came up with over quite a long time to do it this way, and so far, first few months on the road with it, and it's really made life so much easier for us on the road. It's awesome.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
So the washing ended up being $25, so each of the 12 kilo washers were $10 each, so I had 2 of those and one of the standard ones was $26, sorry. Literally across the road is the McDonald's, so the kids are here at the playground terrorising this place, and I'll duck back over, chuck the dryers on and be done with it.
Searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my...
All right, got all our jobs done. We got the washing done, the groceries, the back of the car is absolutely chockers, but it's time to go and reward all our hard work. What do you reckon, Dale? Lucky Bay Brewery we just pulled into. This one's been on our list for a little while, so gonna go and enjoy a few beers. We're meeting up with these guys who just rolled in. That was good timing. Hey,
Look who it is!
good timing.
Fancy seeing you here.
I was just telling the people on YouTube about how we're going to meet up with some other YouTubers and go and have a few brewskis.
The idea. In Lucky Bay, you got to come to the brewery.
Yeah. Peter and Tanya are going to join us, and Mel and Pete, so let's go. And I think we'll stay for dinner and have some pizza as well. Let's do it.
It'd be very
That's Jess, your pelican. Kids don't remember who's who.
If I never figure out where the road...
Where are those kids? They're in the boat.
In the boat, are they?
Yeah, they're down low. I was like, oh, they've run off. No, they're just down below deck. Cheers.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is...
Now, it's no secret that we love a good brewery, and the Lucky Bay Brewery just outside of Esperance has become one of our absolute favourites. Great beers, a chilled out atmosphere, and plenty of space for the kids to run around makes this the perfect place to spend an afternoon in our books. It's even better when you can share it with fellow travellers and share a few stories. We highly recommend dropping in there for a few hours or a couple more if you're ever in the Esperance area.
It's on.
Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
All right, this morning I'm off for a hike with Alan and Jess. It's like 5 something in the morning, and we're gonna go hike Frenchman's Peak for sunrise. So come on, let's go. Standard affair last night, had a few people around for drinks, had a few too many drinks, and a bit of a late night. But I haven't had much sleep. But I'm so bloody excited. I've always dreamed of like hiking mountains for sunrise and stuff. And we're probably a little bit late for sunrise, but it doesn't matter. To have some friends to be able to go and do it with is just so nice.
We're all packed, ready to go?
Oh, have a go at you guys. So organised.
Kind of.
So this is a class 5. It is 3 kilometres return. We've got 262 vertical metres. It says to allow 3 hours. Let's see how we go. So we've just reached the first part of the trail where it's no longer formed. I reckon we've got about 10 steps, I'm already puffing. I've just got to get back. Today is my very last day of design school. So 9 a.m. this morning is my last Zoom. And then I'll be a qualified interior decorator. And we're all having a few drinks on our Zoom call this morning, so I'm like, it'll be fine. I can do 1.5 Ks up and 3 Ks return before 9 a.m. And I feel like I'll be able to drink, or I'll need a good drink after the end of this. It's so beautiful here though. The rocks are they're just that gorgeous colour, and because it was been raining just before, all the colours come out. They're orange. They've got this, that black sooty colour, and there's like moss all over them. I'm just having a little bit of a colour field day in here by myself. And Simon's not here to tell me not to take photos of it. Do what I want. Oh, look at it. Look at that colour. And Jess is another nature lover. She just froths on this stuff as well. So I'm like, oh, my people. I found my people. Oh, seriously, look at these rocks. There's a goat.
No, a boat.
A boat. I'm like, oh, goats get me. I was just hiking in my boots oh, of course, today's the one day it's really uncomfortable feeling in my boot. Just realised James made me a shell anklet and the shell's been rubbing up against my foot.
Just filming, it wasn't because I needed to rest.
Holy smokes. It's pretty steep up here. Oh my goodness. If the huffing and puffing doesn't give it away, she's a fair climb. It's straight up that way and straight down that way. Oh, Alan and Jess have brought coffee for the top. And that's my incentive to get up there. So we just got into the cave and I'm like, yes, we did it. And Alan's like, no, the top's still up there. This is the first cave. What a stitch up.
Plenty more still to
What
go.
what an absolute stitch up. So cool.
Wow.
Oh,
That's epic.
how did you get down there? Look at that view. Oh, what's that? Oh. Do you know, it's just framed so beautifully with the cave in the foreground and the water as the background and the little path leading out.
So last time Jess and I were here, we only made it to this section. We didn't realise that you could get to the top, the real top. So we're going to have to shoot out through this cave, across a scramble, back up on top of here. And Liz is super looking forward to it.
Aren't you? She's so filled with confidence in her own abilities. There might not be much camera work happening here. Sorry, guys. I'll pull it back out at the top.
Bit of scrambling in the way.
You'll make it.
I'll be like a scrambled egg by the time we get to the top.
That's fine. Coffee awaits.
All right, let's get out of here. Oh, I'm just so reluctant to leave the view though.
It's going to get better at the top, hopefully.
I'm like, maybe you guys just go ahead. They've got the coffee though, so. Oh.
Take the camera up for you. So it looks like you made it.
How good's your camera work? Oh no, I'm doing it for all the mums out there. We can do tricky things like grade 5 hikes in the rain. If for nothing else, then the 5 minutes of silence. I tell you what, it's so different walking with these two. They don't ask for snacks every 30 seconds or how far it is to go. Or All right, I need to put this camera away. Look at this, look what we're in for. through a spot. Holy smokes, that seems so incredible. Oh.
Got to pan around to show that.
No, it's honestly, Alan's like, Liz, it's way better this way, it's way better this way. Have a go, it's just everywhere. Like the sun's this way, it's coming up, and then turn. Have a go at those rocks. They're so good. Wow, and that last little bit is definitely worth doing. Definitely worth doing. Watch me make friends with Al.
Get coffee organised.
Are you not having one, Jess? What? What's wrong with you?
I can't have coffee on an empty stomach.
I got a banana. This has been awesome. We are made it to the top. I'm gonna leave you here. I'm gonna have a cup of coffee with these guys and then slide my way down back to the car and then jump on this Zoom call, which requires wine.
Good stuff today.
I know. The worst thing is that it was my idea to drink wine. I was like, hey girls, next week is last week. Do you all want to have a few drinks? And they're like, yeah. And it's 12 o'clock over in the eastern states for them and it's 9 a.m. for me. So I'll be like champagne breakfast. Woo! Yeah. Nah, it's been a blast. Definitely pop this one on your list. It's been incredible. So I was just like, I'll just pack this camera up. I just put my coffee down. Half my coffee just spilled into, now there's this like little coffee puddle. I've still got like maybe a third of my coffee left, but Jess is like, you can tell you're not a coffee on mountain drinker. You don't put your coffee down on the ground. Almost like I'm tempted to just like scoop it up, like. That's my coffee. Can you see me? Can you see me? Put your seatbelt on, you numpty. Oh, hang on.
It's,
I'm zoomed in. Hang on.
Yeah, so I was going to say something else. I can't remember what else.
Where are the kids?
I think, the kids are over at Mick and Tons, man. Thanks, guys.
Is it always the way when someone's filming you?
You fumble. You forget how to walk, you forget how to talk, you forget how to pour things. It's great.
Caught behind